Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
برنامه‌های ما شامل زبان‌های بسیاری است. از این وبسایت دیدن فرمایید suprememastertv.com/schedule.
It's that time of the year again, and Christmas is just around the corner. When it's cold outside, serving your loved ones with traditional homemade mince pies and jam tarts brings a feeling of warmth and comfort at this festive time. Homemade vegan mince pies and jam tarts, part 1 of 2. Watch on to find out more.
Merry Christmas, festive viewers. I am Haley. In this beautiful season of full hearts and loving wishes, we honor the birth of Lord Jesus Christ, who has brought inner peace to so many people's lives. Nowadays, more and more valiant people follow his teaching, bringing everlasting peace to this planet under God's grace. Best wishes to you, wonderful peacemakers. Heaven and the people of amiable Noi love you. May you always enjoy excellent health and happiness, and may we all continue gracefully in our lives, working for the protection of our beautiful world. Welcome to A Gift of Love, simple and nutritious cooking with Supreme Master CHINGHAI, vegan. In our spiritual life on earth, Supreme Master CHINGHAI teaches us the highest method, the Kuan Yin method, which enables our souls to be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. In our daily lives, Supreme Master CHINGHAI reminds us to live a meaningful, saintly life with purity and compassion. She shares the art of vegan cuisine so that we may bring a warm and loving atmosphere to our families and friends over food. Her loving cuisine is not only nutritious and healthy, but also helps our consciousness to be in harmony with nature and full of benevolence for all beings.
Si nous voulons apporter le paradis sur la terre, nous devons vivre comme les êtres du paradis, c'est-à-dire vivre dans façon harmonieuse en respectant la liberté et le droit de vivre de chacun. Les 5 préceptes et le régime végétarien, il s'agit seulement d'un style de vie juste et noble, celui d'un gentleman, d'un sage possédant compassion et grandeur, et dont l'amour inclut toutes les créatures. Étant l'être le plus élevé de toute la création, nous pouvons distribuer cette grâce en préservant la vie dans le monde où nous vivons. Et c'est cela, contribuer
pies, homemade vegan mince pies, and jam tarts, part 1 of 2.
Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make mince pies, English style, because it's almost Christmas. People in England, they make mince pies for Christmas. Apart from Christmas pudding and other forbidden sweetness, where they make a lot of mince pie. The mince pies you can make them in a round, big tin, or you can make small one, just for a cup of tea about this size. So I'm going to make it about this size today. Or maybe bigger, but I prefer mince pie small like this. It's cute, it's appetizing, and it looks nice. Okay, I'm going to mix some flour and salt. Just a pinch of salt in flour. If you want to make kind of like 15 mince pies like that, you will use like 225 grams of flour, either self-raising or plain flour. Just the texture might look a little different, might taste a little different, and might feel a little different. If you use plain flour, then it's traditional. If you use self-raising, the texture will be like cake, that's all. Okay. But both will be okay. Now, I'm going to mix more than just 225 grams. But in ordinary cases, if you use 225 grams of flour, then you use like 100 grams of fat, vegetable fat, solid. Or you can use just simple vegan margarine, or you can mix half margarine and half of the fat. Or you can use this vegan butter. Okay. Right. So I'm going to mix more than that because I'm going to bake more for us. But normally you can use 225 and 100 grams. That would be fine. Or if you can't remember at all, just like 2 parts of flour and 1 part of fat. That's very simple, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yeah. So like 100% of flour and 50% of fat. It won't harm you. It's just a little, maybe a little more fat, and then you get fatter. If you want less fat, then you just put less, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm using here 1,000 grams, means 1 kilogram. Now 225 grams of flour, that's about 8 ounces in royal measurement. I'm going to cook 1 kilogram today because I like to cook a lot at one time, so I don't have to do it again. Yeah. But the measurement is like that. You can use all-purpose flours also, yeah? Now, I don't want the flour to go into my nose, so I'm explaining this to you all before I put a mask on. Now I just put a pinch of salt in it. 1 kilogram of flour, you can put like 1 teaspoon flat of salt. That should be enough. And now I'm going to stir the salt and the flour, and therefore I have to put a mask on, eh? Right?
Okay.
You can use your hand or you can use this to stir the flour and the salt. If you like your pastry to be sweetened, then you put maybe some sugar in it. But I don't want that. I want my pastry just right. The flour is already stirred in with the salt, so now I'm going to mix the margarine or vegan butter in it, yeah? You can use half of the vegetable fat, or you just use margarine or vegan butter. It tastes just slightly different, but just to make it simple, I use just flour and vegan butter. Like 50% and 100%. Very simple. So you don't need to measure too much. Eh? This butter in here is about 500 grams, you see?
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't have to use all of it. In case you're afraid to get fat, I use just some, just proportionately. I could use all of that. To make it simple, normally I just use 2/3 and 1/3, eh? Okay. Now, you see that already? Butter in there? Yeah?
Yes.
Right. Now I'm gonna rub it in. Your hand should be cold, not hot. And you're going to mix it very ever lightly, so that the pastry will not become hard. You get it?
Yes.
For this kind of pastry, you don't do anything heavily, not like bread, okay? If you make bread, you have to knead very heavily. But you make like this kind of pie or apple pie, you mix it very lightly, okay?
Okay.
Just put the mask on in case you're allergic to flour, okay? Or it goes in your nose and make you sneeze. You mix this salty flour together with the vegan butter. Use your hand very lightly, and it should be in a cold. It would be better you mix it in like a metal bowl or glass bowl, but I don't have it, so I use plastic. You see now the vegan butter is kind of mixed in with the flour already, yeah?
Yeah.
Now you need like 2 tablespoons of water for the proportion that I told you above. In this case, because it's 4 times more, so you need 8 tablespoons, yeah? Maybe for beginners, you better measure it. I don't normally, I just put it in and I would know when. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? There, and then you mix it into a soft dough. If it's not enough water, you put more. You just put enough so that it becomes a dough. You see what I mean? Anyway, just keep pouring in until you have a soft dough, yeah?
Yes, Master.
It's better to put first less water and then you just add in more later on, yeah?
Yeah.
You can also put soy milk if you want. See, you mix the water with the flowers like that. Mix it but lightly. Don't knead them too hard because it will become a different texture. That should be good like that. And how you know the dough is good? Very simple. When your mixed basin like it's all clean. Then it doesn't stick, yeah?
Yeah.
And there's no floury around it. Then you know it's done. It should be like this.
Yes, Master.
Or it's not clean like we haven't used it. But I mean that it comes out, clean cut.
Yeah.
Like this. Then the pastry is correct, yeah?
Yes.
And before you cook, you should save some flour to flour the surface that you're working on, huh? Now you're going to sprinkle some flour on the surface, any surface, huh? Flat surface, yeah. Wooden board or something, and you get one of this. For the 225 gram, you can make 15 pies. But this is a lot more. You put the flour like this so it doesn't stick to the surface, and you also flour your roller, okay?
Okay.
And then you roll lightly, huh? For this kind of pie, you do it lightly, never too rough-handed. It's a delicate thing. It's a different kind of pastry. For the bread, you have to knead it very hard. For this, no. Just roll it out. Yeah. Roll it out until it's a little bit thin, and then you can cut it. Now it depends on how big your tray is. You can choose a cutter, you see? You can see that it's just a little bit bigger than the top, the mouth, then it's okay for the top. To lay the tray, you have to make a bigger one, yeah? This size we do. Yeah, okay. I think about 7 millimeters across will be fine. Yeah, 7.5. But you find out, you buy the whole ring of it, and you find out if it's wrong, you put it back and knit it and do it again. Nobody will say anything, no?
No.
Would you say anything?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, before that, remember the margarine that we said before?
Yes.
Yeah, we can dip a little bit in it and lay your tray. Yeah? Before we start that, we reheat the oven. You bake this for about 15 minutes, so you put it on 15 minutes, yeah? If you don't have this, then you put on the alarm clock. And the electric oven should be 230 degrees Celsius. That is about 450 Fahrenheit. And if you cook with gas, that will be Mark 8. Yeah?
Okay.
This is the European system. I wonder if it's the same in America or elsewhere, so you have to test it, okay? So now we have to align the tray with some butter, yeah? Or margarine or fat. Vegan fat.
Yeah.
I forgot to say vegan. Because we always use vegan in the house, you know? So I take it for granted, ne?
Yeah.
We always say butter and margarine. We don't even say vegan around here. So we don't need to. Okay, you just lay it well. If you don't have butter or you're short of it, just put oil. Just brush it with oil so that it doesn't stick. That's all. But some of the thing, it doesn't even stick. It's just in case. Just lay the tray with. Anyway, I do one first, and then we can do the next later. Okay, I use this tray. Now I'm gonna cut this pastry, yeah? And then we can put it in there. You roll it out thin, about 0.5 millimeters or 1 millimeter. Yeah, depends on how thick you want it. And now you take it off one by one. You put it in the tray here. Push it down a little bit so it goes inside the deep tray in there. I used to have my favorite tray in England. I don't have it now. And I used to have the non-sticky baking tray. It's very nice. I have to go out and buy it one day myself. This is too deep and too small. The real baking tray is much better. They bought me one, but it's too big for this small oven. So we'll check this out, see if it's good. If not, we can use a bigger tray. Okay, and left over from that, you put some more pastry together and start rolling again, so that you can make a smaller cap for the top of the mince pie. Okay, now we have to fill the mince meat, which is ready made. You put about 1 spoon in there, see that? Into the pie, the deep pie. You fill it, né? Okay, and then you cut another 6 smaller ones to cover the mince pies. It would be better if you wet the edge of the top, huh? Wet it so that it will stick together. That's all, okay? There you are. Just wet the edge of the top and cover on top of this. Yeah. So now I'm going to do some decoration. Okay, you can cut some of this left over. Yeah, I cut it a little bit smaller. There you are. And 1 corner, 2 corner. You just wet the surface and put it on. It's quicker. Okay. Alternately, you can use also soy milk to wet the surface. Then you can use it to brush it on top, so it is more golden. Yeah. Just brush the soy milk or butter, eh? You can do both. See how it goes. Just drop a little butter on it. Be careful so you don't ruin your design. Okay, there you are. Now, important, you have to use a knife or a toothpick even, to put like 3-hole toothpick, maybe better because it's smaller. You put a deep hole into the pie so that the air come out. Understand?
Yes, Master.
So when you bake, the air will come out and do not ruin your cake. Use a knife, okay, or toothpicks, okay. Now we can put it in there. Oven is hot already. Yeah, right in the middle of the oven. There you are. 15 minutes, okay? Now we set it on 15 minutes. If it's not golden and cooked enough, you can add a little bit more time later. Normally, this kind of oven is more economized. And you normally should have 2 of these racks inside, yeah? You see the rack here? These 2 racks, I should have them. So you can bake 2 trays at the same time. You can take turns to move the tray up and down, yeah? So you can bake 2 trays at the same time. I just want to let you know you can use 2 trays at the same time. It's even more economized. Prepare the other tray then, in this case. And make another one, might as well. Because the other oven is too big and I don't really like to waste electricity. So it's just home-baked cookie, you know. It doesn't have to look, you know, glamorous or professional. As long as it tastes good, yeah, and it looks decent, it's fine, okay?
Okay.
And I guarantee you it will taste good. So we start the same process again. When you cut it, you push a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Like this. Press and move a little bit so that it cut completely. See that?
Yes.
Yeah. It's already cut complete, yeah? And you take the ring off, you put it in the tray, and it's just fine. If you want everything look professional or done professionally, you just buy a right tool. That's it, yeah? Yeah. Simple. But it will cook and it will taste good. You can also throw flour on top of the surface so that it goes out smoothly. Or you can flour your roller. If you don't have a roller, you can use a smooth bottle, yeah? You don't always have to have what I use here. Because one day I did not have the roller with me. When I travel around too much, I couldn't take everything. I use the bottle, you know?
Yeah, the bottle.
And it's also fine. Okay, now we use a small, too thick still. Like a little bit thin. There. Okay, now we're going to put the rest of the mince pie in here. 1 tablespoon, yeah, each. Or less or more, depends on how you like it. It's no big deal. There's too much, you take some off. Yeah, there's too little, you put more. Is it easy enough?
Yes, it is.
Logic, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Common sense. Just nice. Use one jar for 12 mince pie, just nice. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to cut these. Remember to move around a little bit so that it just cuts. Because if you don't move, it will still stick together. You see what I mean?
Oh, yes.
See? Wet it. The edge, or just wet completely, don't matter. Put on top. This can use soya milk to put it on, like that. And that soya milk, you can brush it on top even later to make it more golden. Okay, now we can decorate, or not decorate. It's optional, huh? Flour the knife also, so that it cut down. Okay. While we're waiting for the first tray to be cooked, we can just play around with this, yeah? See, you twist a little bit if you want, yeah? Twist it around. And put it there, like that, yeah? Mm-hmm. The reason I dip it in the milk so that it will stick on the surface, that's all.
Yes.
There's no necessity. I mean, it will also not fall off the surface, I think. No?
No, I don't
think
so.
It will fall off?
No.
No, huh?
No.
No, okay. There you are. Just make it look a little interesting, yeah?
Yeah.
And then dip the knife in the milk and cut a hole in it, in the middle. Or you use a toothpick if you have. It's almost done. I'm checking it out through here. And if it's not golden the way I want it, then I probably have to put on a few more minutes. Understand? It depends on your oven. You have to check your ovens. See, it's not golden enough, so I put it about 5 more minutes. Alright? Can also brush the milk around the edge so that the edge also look golden. Edge of the pie, yeah. And it's ready to bake. Okay? I think it's done. Okay, you pour it out. Yeah, and check it out if it's brown enough. Yeah, it should be okay. Yeah, it's like this, huh? And then we put it in a cold surface around here. And this one, we put it in now because we want to cook the second batch. This kind of tray is a new invention. It looks like plastic, but it's not. And it's easier to take the cake out in this kind of tray. It's not as hot as the metal tray. Yeah, the metal tray cook probably quicker and saves the electricity. But I didn't have the right one, so I used this. So you be careful, okay?
Okay.
So in Christmas, people serve this with cream, huh? Whipped cream and little sugar or not sugar. Now you can put a little ice and sugar over it to make it look nice. You can use your finger to sprinkle a little icing on it. See that?
Yes, Master.
Or you don't have to. And people put some mistletoe leaves on it to decorate for Christmas. Right. Now we have 6 weeks pie ready for Christmas. Like roses, huh? Beautiful, no?
Beautiful.
Okay, you can buy this thing in supermarket. They call mince meat, yeah? But there's no meat in it. It just means all kind of mixed fruit and sweet and stuff, yeah? And some sugar and apple and all that. But it's not meat, okay? It's a sweet mixture of different fruits, and they bake them for Christmas, traditional Christmas in England. I don't know if you can buy it anywhere else. If not, then you probably have to order. There are 2 kinds in England, many kinds, but there are 2 kinds. I have here Sainsbury's and Robertson's. I mostly use a Robertson's. And I think you can order it from Centura Food Ltd. You can order for internet or ask them www.sainsburys.co.uk. I'm sure you can find it on internet, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you can buy it. Or you can order them, yeah? If you are interested in making this kind of pie.
Ingredients. For all ingredients, please use organic versions if available. For the vegan pastry, about 15 mince pies or tarts, the ingredients are 225 grams or 8 ounces of self-rising flour or all-purpose flour, 100 grams of vegetable fat, vegan butter or margarine, pinch of salt, sugar optional, 2 tablespoons of water or soya milk. For the vegan mince pie filling, about 15 pies, the ingredients are 15 tablespoons or 1 1/4 jars of mincemeat from Robertson's or Sainsbury, soya milk or vegan butter, icing sugar, bake at 230 degrees Celsius, 450 degrees Fahrenheit or gas mark 8.
Gracious viewers, thank you for joining us. Today we have been given great tips on making vegan mince pies from our beloved Supreme Master CHINGHAI. We will continue with part 2 of our show this Sunday, where Supreme Master CHINGHAI will share with us another sweet treat, her vegan tarts. Coming up next is We Are Transparent in the Eyes of the Universe, part 1 of 3, on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May you be blessed with delicious vegan foods to share with your loved ones this Christmas.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/GOL.